Hi everybody. Today we're going to discuss what is the most important finger in drumming. Do you know what it is? Take a guess. You got it, the thumbs. Why do I say that? Well, the thumb is the foundation of your grip. Let's talk about the right hand first. This is the first grip I was taught by Joe Costadas when he was teaching me the Buddy Rich method. You notice it's straight up and down, it's a very high bounce. This was the first step of this bounce. Now notice the position here doesn't change at all. I open, that thumb still will stay on that stick as flat as possible. So if I loosen that up, that's going to start happening, especially as I go faster, because the arc of that stick will start to move. But here I'm very relaxed, and this bounce is consistent straight up and down. I mean, it's not perfect, it can never be perfect because there are minor variations, but it's pretty straight and the bounce is very easy to get to. Same thing here in French grip. Now here we have the rotation of the hand like this. Now if I move that thumb, I'm going to lose control of the stick. Even if I'm using fingers here and not the rotation of the hand in that French grip, you're going to see this start to happen once I start moving my thumb. That's going to happen. So the consistency of that thumb in that position will help you control the stick. Same thing in this position if you're going to use your grip down here in this lower part of the knuckle. I mean part of this finger in this knuckle. So here again, the thumb. No matter what technique I'm using, whether it's push, pull, open and close, the consistency of where your thumb is going to determine your control over that stick. Okay, and then there's also this one here where you're pretty wide open here, but the thumb still has to touch the stick at some point, even though there's room here, right? And you're using mainly these back fingers. Same thing. That thumb has to be consistent, even though it's not as in contact with the stick as the other two or three grips. All right, that covers the right hand. Now, the left hand, or the traditional grip in this case, here's the thumb. I have to say this, most of the drummers that I see that have excellent technique have this thumb in this position, and it was the way I was taught years ago, is to do this, not this. Now there may be times you'll have to do that for an effect or something, but the more consistent this grip is here, like this, with the thumb, the better it's going to be for you to bounce the stick in this position. Notice it's straight up and down. If I move the thumb slightly while I'm doing this, you'll notice that the bounce starts to move. And it varies, and when you're trying to go faster, when you're trying to get speed, that could be a big impediment for you to execute doubles cleanly. So no matter what dynamic you're at, no matter how fast or how slow, the grip has to remain stable. You may take some pressure off the grip to play softer. If you're playing harder, you may have maybe a little bit more pressure. But that becomes something you learn in your body as you practice at various dynamic levels and various heights. All right, so the left hand one more time, straight up and down. Now same thing if I go into position with the fingers, notice. See? And you could see this a lot in a lot of different great drummers playing the position of their thumb. You may not have noticed it before, but it will change. I've seen many great drummers. Buddy's a good example. He will use all of those three grips, or four grips on the left, all of those grips on the right hand. And it's depending on how fast and the dynamic level he's at and the quality of the bounce that he wants. Same thing here. I've seen Buddy just play like this with two fingers. I've seen him play this way off the back fingers. I've seen him play in this position. I've seen him play in almost any position. And a lot of other great drummers that follow that example. Again, here on the left hand, we have that cup in the hand. We have the fingers in proportion. here, but the thumb is what's going to control everything. You see this bounce here? This is just holding it with the thumb, straight up and down. So we're going to turn over to the video now. I'm going to give you a slow motion example of my bounce and me trying to show one of my advanced students what he needs to do on his left hand, because you'll see his position of his hand, not only on his turn, but how he moves the hand and how his thumb collapses on the second stroke of the double, and that's why he's having trouble speeding up. So let's go to the video. What I want you to see here is on his left hand, there he's in grip. Now he will move his thumb out of grip and push his hand forward. The thumb collapses. So this is affecting his bounce. You see the stick is moving around a lot. The guy is trying to get speed here, but because he keeps changing the position of his thumb and his hand right there, he puts his thumb back but doesn't hold it there, and then moves his hand and pushes his thumb forward and collapses again. So here we go. Whoop, the stick hit his other stick there. And it's going to happen again as you keep watching. Now there's a stroke, but then he collapses his thumb and moves his hand forward. So there's a big instability in holding his hand locked in position with his thumb in position between his forefinger and his thumb with the thumb back. And that causes a big instability right there. You'll see it where the stick is landing. It keeps landing in different places for him to really get speed. And that's the thing that, speed and control comes with consistency of your grip, and then playing at different heights, which also vary dynamics and also varies the bounce. But the key thing here is consistency of motion. And that's what we're working on here. That's why I made the slow motion video for him, so he could see it for himself. There it goes, right around. And it's not bouncing in the same place. And there we go. Well, I really hope that helps and sheds some light on what you need to do to develop a good grip, or at least to become aware of what your grip is doing. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me, and don't forget, don't stop practicing. Keep practicing. It's a lifetime endeavor, and you know what? Enjoy it. Enjoy the journey. Take care until next time.